There are two types of people in this world: those who scream when they're stabbed in the back, and those who take notes on how sharp the knife was. Rachel Chen was the second type. 3 years ago, my best friend sat 3 feet away from me. We shared lunch. We shared secrets. And on a rainy Tuesday in November, she walked into HR with a file full of lies she'd planted, and walked out with my corner office. They thought firing me was the end of the story. They didn't realize I was the one who wrote the lease. And the clause in Section 4, Paragraph 2, it was about to make me the most dangerous landlord in the city. This is a story about friendship, fraud, and the exact moment you realize revenge is a dish best served with compound interest. Her name was Lisa, or as I knew her for a decade, Sister. We started in the same mailroom. I was the brains behind the operations. I streamlined their inventory. I fixed their logistics. Lisa was the smile. She brought the energy. I trusted her so completely that when I found a loophole in our company's supply chain that could save us $2.1 million a year, I didn't take it straight to the CEO. I took it to our weekly wine night. I showed her everything: the secret spreadsheet, the Rachel protocol. I was grooming her to be my number 2 when I got promoted to VP. But Lisa didn't want to be the number 2. She wanted the crown. The betrayal wasn't a fight. It was surgical. She used my own protocol against me. She claimed I was the one embezzling from the new supply chain I suggested. Because I had told her about the vulnerability in the system, she was able to plug the hole and make it look like I drilled it in the first place. When security walked me out, Lisa was crying. Actual tears. She hugged me in the hallway and whispered, "I'm so sorry, Rachel. I tried to stop them. I'll fix this." For 6 months, I did nothing. I let the industry gossip mill churn. I let them think I was broken. But I wasn't broken. I was looking for the thread, and I found it in a dusty file from the building's property management group. You see, the building where our old company rented 6 floors, they didn't own it. They leased it. And the company that held the master lease was a small, struggling LLC, owned by a 74-year-old man who wanted to retire to Florida. This is the part they don't show in the movies. Revenge isn't fast. Revenge is paperwork. I liquidated my 401k. I took out a second mortgage on a condo I didn't even live in. I found a silent investor, an old competitor of our former CEO who hated him as much as I hated Lisa, and I acquired that LLC. I didn't become the CEO of a tech firm. I became the landlord. For 12 months, I just cashed their rent checks. Every month, that money went right back into my war chest. I watched Lisa on LinkedIn. VP of Innovation. She was winning awards for the work I had outlined in my stolen plan. I smiled because I knew what was coming. The commercial lease was up for renewal. In commercial real estate, there's a little-known beast called a percentage rent clause and right of first refusal. My lawyers, paid for by their own rent money, found a way to trigger a redevelopment clause buried in the original 1994 lease. I didn't raise their rent by 10%. I informed them that the building was being repositioned for a higher class of tenant. In plain English, I evicted them, all 500 employees. The stock price tanked overnight. You can't run a Fortune 500 division remotely when your 60,000 square feet of server rooms and cubicles are being turned into a luxury co-working space. The CEO called me personally. He didn't recognize the name of the LLC. He begged for a 90-day extension. And then Lisa called. She was sobbing. The company was blaming her leadership for the logistical nightmare. She asked if I could use my connections to find them a new space. She still thought I was the broken girl from the mailroom who just happened to know real estate. I didn't take the company down. I waited until the fire sale was almost complete, and then I bought 51% of their subsidiary using a shell company. I restructured the debt I created. I saved the jobs of the 450 people who didn't stab me in the back. And Lisa, she was given a severance package contingent on a non-disclosure agreement. The last line of the agreement: the employee agrees to forfeit all future bonuses related to projects filed under case number 7841B, the Rachel protocol. I made sure she saw the file name. She knew. She signed it. I own the patent on my own idea now, and I own the building where she used to work. The world tells you that the best revenge is living well, but that's a lie told by people who have never had their life's work stolen by a friend. The best revenge is competence. It's outlasting them. It's understanding the fine print. In a world full of people trying to be the loudest voice in the room, be the contract they forgot to read. Betrayal isn't just a broken promise. It's often a miscalculation. Lisa miscalculated that I was emotional. She never imagined I was patient. Your silence is not your weakness. It is the interest accruing on the debt they owe you. When you're wronged, don't pick up the phone, pick up the pen. Did Rachel go too far? I want to know what you would have done. Because this isn't a fairy tale. This is business. This is survival. Option A, comment the lease if you think Rachel played the long game perfectly. Revenge was justified. Option B, comment the letter if you think she should have exposed Lisa publicly instead of using the NDA. Did she let Lisa off too easy? I'll be reading every single comment in the first hour. The best story of workplace betrayal in the comments gets pinned. And if you believe in the power of a second act, hit subscribe. Because around here, we don't just tell stories, we settle scores. Quietly.